was a circuit.
Hello everyone, this is Ms. Shweta Patil from Department of ENTC, AISSMS Institute of Information Technology, Pune. Today we are going to discuss the topic Generation of Mobile Communication System. So, the mobile communication is an important aspect in the communication technology, and mobile phones has become the most common tool of communication over the recent years. Several innovative improvements regarding mobile telecommunication technologies have been made by developing various multiple access schemes used for wireless communications such as the TDMA, FDMA, CDMA, etc. The big challenge here is to select the right technology for the application and systematically identify the factors that influence the overall performance. Mobility is one of the most vigorous feature, having an enormous impact on how communication is evolving into the future. Mobility in 4G network requires new levels of mobility support as compared to the traditional mobility. In this video, we will be studying the different generations of mobile technologies, and we will identify the different issues and challenges related to mobile management in the different generation network. First, we will talk about the zeroth generation. So, the pre-cell phone mobile telephone technology, such as the radio telephone that had been in the car before the arrival of the cell phones. Communication then was possible through voice only. These mobile telephones were usually mounted in cars or trucks, and that technology was called as push to talk, the mobile telephone system, or improved MTS. In the image you can see that is the first mobile radio telephone which was installed in that car in 1924. After that is the first generation. So the analog cell phones were the first generation. There a voice call gets modulated to a higher frequency of about 150 megahertz, and it is transmitted between radio towers. That was done using a technique which was called as frequency division multiple access, FDMA. The technologies which were included in the first generation were FDMA, NMT, and AMPS. The problems which are faced in first generation, there was no security and it was prone to the distortions. Then we have the second generation, the digital cell phones, which were having a speed of 10 kb 10 kilobits per second, and the time to download a 3-minute MP3 song was near about 31 to 41 minutes. The different services which are provided in second generation were digital voice calling and short message services. The standards which were used in second generation were GSM, CDMA, and TDMA. The benefits of second generation includes it was consuming less battery power, there was improved voice clarity, there was reduce in the noise in the line, and secrecy and safety to the data and voice calls. This is the image which shows. Then we are going to see about the third generation. So the 2G networks were built mainly for voice, data, and slow transmission. Due to rapid change in the user expectations, then they did not meet the today's wireless needs. That is why 3G network provided the ability to transfer voice data and non-voice data over the same network simultaneously. The applications which were there of the third generation were internet, email, fax, e-commerce, music, video clips and the video conferencing. Basically, the third generation aim is to allow more convergence and growth with the minimum investment. The third generation was a combination of mobile phones, laptops, PCs and televisions. The features of the third generation include phone calling, global roaming, send receive large email message, high speed web, navigation, TV streaming, GPS, etc. Here you can see the speed of the third generation, which is about 144 kb per second to 3 mbps per second. That is near about 1 billion bits. So the time to download an MP3 or the time to download a 3-minute MP3 song was nearly about 11 seconds to 1.5 minutes. So this is how we did the migration from the one generation, that is analog voice, to the third generation, that is the multimedia. You can have a look at the image. So there are some drawbacks also of each generation. The drawback of first generation was the poor voice quality, poor battery life, large phone size, and there was no security, and frequently call drops were possible. The drawbacks of second generation were that the GSM was a circuit switched, the connection oriented technology, there were the end systems were dedicated for the entire call sessions. So due to this, there was inefficiency in usage of bandwidth and resource. 2G was also unable to handle complex data such as video. The drawback of third generation was it required high bandwidth and for high spectrum licensing fee. That was the drawback of third generation. After that, we have the fourth generation or the 4G development, which was focusing around achieving ultra broadband speeds, completing with and in some cases outstripping the speed provided by our home internet connection. The 4G average speeds were targeted to be in something around 100 Mbps to 1 Gbps range, thoroughly 10 to 100 times faster than that of the third generation network. So at that rate, the 4 minutes MP3 download would take nearly some seconds. This is the fourth generation. So there are two major systems in USA which are using the 4G mobile technology, which is the WiMAX and the long-term evolution of LTE. So WiMAX majority owner is Sprint Nextel, and Sprint currently has two mobile phones, the HTC EVO and the Samsung Epix. And the long-term evolution is backed by Verizon. Now here we can see there is a table which shows us the first generation to fourth generation and how did the design begin, in which year, when it was implemented, what are the different services which were used, what are the different standards which were used, the data bandwidth, multiplexing and core networks which are used in the 1G, 2G, 2.5G, 3G and 4G technologies. One can go through this table. After that, we have the fifth generation. So 5G is a technology which is used in research papers and the projects to denote the next major phase of mobile telecommunication standards. It is a real wireless world, that is a complete WWW. that is World Wide Wireless Web. 5G technology has changed the meaning to use cell phones with very high bandwidth. A user would never have experienced such a high value technology. 5G technology is going to be a new mobile revolution in mobile market. 5G technology also has the extraordinary data capabilities and has the ability to tie together unrestricted calls, volumes and infinite data broadband within latest mobile operating system. So that was about the generations of the mobile. Thank you.